Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Bear. How is it going?
It's going good. How are you doing?
Good, man. Yeah, you sound crisp.
Yeah, man, I got this mic. I got this mic that I've been using for Twitch, so that's why
Woo!
you call me on this number. That way, you could loud and clear.
How am I sounding over there? I'm gonna get a little
You
closer
sound
now.
great, man.
Sound good?
Sound like we're in a studio together.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
You hear so much bad audio, you think that it's tough, but it's really not. It's just
It's
levels.
yeah, it's really not that complicated.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I called you a little early. I mean, we are live, but I figured I'd call you a little early, make sure we sound good, and I'll do a little intro. I mean, first episode. I mean, I was doing a pre-episode this whole morning. I was playing
Yeah.
music. I got flagged.
Why for copyright?
Yeah, so I learned that you can't play whatever you want on Facebook Live, but you can play whatever you want if you have a server because nobody's gonna be able to report it directly. But like
Yeah.
uh, they got Facebook unlocked. I'm sure the algorithm or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I've started getting a little bit of trouble for doing it on Twitch too, and I'm not
Yeah,
even affiliated. So,
not even yet. Not even with
well,
all
I'm
the.
close. I'm really close.
Okay, man. Good. I'll make some more accounts if I have to.
No, 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 no. I think by the end of the week we might be there.
The trouble with those accounts is I'm not gonna be able to like your videos very often.
Yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
get max one like from me. I'm not gonna go into my eight alpaca pone accounts and be like, Bear needs 7 likes on this video.
I don't even think Twitch works on likes, but
No?
I appreciate the help, buddy. Regardless,
If there aren't likes, then what the heck?
I think it's all views. I think it's only views. You
Oh,
can't
okay.
comment. You can't do anything like that. I mean, you can talk in the chat, but that's about it.
Hmm. Well, I did not know that. But that's kind of liberating then. You really don't. As long as people are watching, they could be watching because you suck.
Yeah, they could be making fun of you, but as long as they watch, I don't give a shit.
That's true. Yeah, but it doesn't work like that in stand up. I don't feel like people are hearing like, "Did you hear about so and so?" Well, maybe some views are because it's bad, but it's not like troll two
Usually,
levels yet or the room.
dude, usually like when it's bad, those extra views are coming from comics waving to other comics like, "Get in
Yeah,
here and watch this."
yeah,
You know when all the comics are running to the room, it's either really good or really bad.
right. All right, so it's 8:30. So hey, nobody, how's it going, zero listeners? But you know what? Ain't gonna phase me because I'm having fun. I like the sound of my own voice. I like the sound of my friends' voices. I like the
Yeah,
sound of napalm in the morning. So
dude, it ain't gonna be zero forever.
no,
Like,
we got
I'm happy
one.
to
We
be the
got
first
one.
one.
Somebody popped in with the quickness, like they heard me talking shit about myself. Hey,
Yeah,
listener, please comment so that I know I exist. It's the first episode. I'll give you a shout out. I'll tell everyone to follow you on mukbang.com or whatever you do.
on mukbang.com.
Mukbang or those where they eat stuff in the camera.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's this
What's a
whole thing.
mukbang?
It's a mukbang, and it's where the people that go on YouTube and then they eat really close into like a HD camera and also like into a microphone so you can like hear and see everything while they're like just like gorging themselves on like lobster and like or like wings or anything just so that people watch it and they imagine that like they're eating it.
Dude, like, who is watching that? Why would you want to watch somebody eating that much detail?
I mean,
Is it like a sexual thing? Is it
I'm
like a
sure
weird
some
fetish?
I'm sure some people it is. I mean, like the mukbangers usually are, they're attractive.
Hey,
They are.
baby, eat this cheeseburger real quick. It's the only way I can come.
I know for a fact that's a thing, and it's disconcerting. Maybe it's more a Texas thing than more of a
Oh,
Whataburger than an In and
that
Out.
1000% sounds like a Texas thing.
Yeah, more of a Texas thing or an Arkansas thing than a LA thing.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, I can't believe people do that. How many views does those videos have? Probably a shitload.
Some of them, yeah.
we work so much to like make quality content, and then all you had to do was like eat a cheeseburger, man.
But it's a quality video. If you look at I'll put I'm gonna put one video, a mukbanger on the uh, on the Facebook Live right now, so people can see what we're talking about, and also so you
Hell
can
yeah.
see what we're
Yeah,
talking about.
I'm switching over to it right now so I can see
Yeah, if
everybody.
you
Just
got a
give me one
second,
second.
if you have a second device, you
Forms
can
and
watch.
surveys like this get responses like that.
Just give me
So
one second.
so this girl looks like it says her name is Veronica Wang, which is already sounding pretty sexual if you ask me, but it could be your name.
Yeah.
And then it says that she's going to be eating hot Cheetos, fried sausage, and king crab spaghetti.
Ugh.
Just
I
basically
don't want to.
like absolute
I'm saying because like I don't want to watch somebody eat that.
no. I mean we're now we're watching because we just want to educate the. Oh, cool! I can have my logo over. Are you in the Facebook Live right now?
I
Bear?
am, and I'm watching, but I think there's a little bit of a delay because all I'm seeing is the logo.
Well, I just learned that the logo can be on top of the screen while a video is playing, which is kind of cool. So I can make it like small and put it in the corner.
Yeah,
So I didn't know
dude,
that I
that
could
is
do
cool.
both. So, but I'm gonna take the logo off so we can see. The logo I stole from a canceled NBC show
Yeah,
about Sunnyside, Queens, because, and then I made it negative, and I think it looks. I'm a fan of my own stolen artwork. Not gonna lie.
dude, I love the logo. The logo looks dope.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing this chick. She is going. What is that? Looks like a giant like hot Cheeto. I can't tell
All right.
from
Now,
behind the.
yeah, I got the logo off now.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Just give me a second for the delay here.
What about for the pasta first?
So this is a mukbang, huh? This is what the kids are getting off to these days.
And of course, guys, don't forget 25%
Okay,
off when
I
you use
can
my
see
code.
it now. I mean, that does look delicious.
she's sponsored by Bang Energy Drinks. Of course, she's probably making bank eating this
Dude,
stuff.
Bang will sponsor fucking anything.
Yeah. Well, especially mukbang.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I didn't even think about the branding there. You think you think there's sponsors of any kind of bang?
Gangbang.
Like anything that gang bang? I don't know. Is there any other kind of bang other than gang bang and mukbang? It's only two I know of.
Gangbangers is like a different than like a gangbang, but it's also still the same word.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, this is mostly, we get it. She's just gonna go through the whole process. She's gonna make everything and then she's gonna eat it. But yeah, that's basically what even made me talk about that. Gosh, this is wrinkles in the first episode right now. We're just gonna figure things out as we go. Get the logo back on here and then the video off. Sweet. Okay, so yeah, so people do that, and why did I? Gosh darn it, Bair. I'm gonna have to start taking notes on my own stuff so that I know why I'm talking about things or showing things. But we didn't
Dude, I
lose
don't
any.
remember why you
We didn't
brought it
lose
up,
any
but-
viewers. We gained you because you had to join the Facebook Live to see the video. So, I think when you have the people on the show in the live, it's good.
Oh yeah, I should have had it up from the beginning. My bad, dude.
No,
I didn't even think about it.
no, I'm still just flying by the seat of my ass right now. So that's the term.
Dude, so what are things like in Houston right now with coronavirus and everything going on? Like, is it completely shut down? Is it like half shut down, half open? Like, what are you seeing?
Well, it was shut down and then they reopened and then they shut down again. And so I think that's where we're at right now. We're shut down for a second time. And I haven't really been going anywhere. So I don't know. But when they reopened, there was some restaurants that were like back to normal and people were all just out and about and loving life. But now I feel like especially the second lockdown, it's almost like, lockdown me once, shame on.
Yeah. Dude, half my friends are like, so they're like, oh, this is all a hoax. And the other half are like buying chickens so they have something to trade when the economy collapses.
Like a live chicken?
Yeah. Like, we need to get chickens so we have something to trade when our money's no good anymore. I'm like, damn, you think it's going to get that bad? And then the other half are like, oh, it's all fake.
Yeah. Gosh, man, that plays into what I was talking earlier on the pre-show with Max about how it feels like people are, especially in LA, it's all about attention, right? Everyone wants attention, and if you want to get attention, you have to have one of the two extreme opinions. You can't just be like gray and realist and be like, well, maybe this and maybe that. When it's like you have to just go all the way on one. If you want to get a lot of likes, you got to be super pro mask or super anti mask. Otherwise, nobody cares that about your compromised, educated opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, because the only thing that gets shared is the stuff that pisses people off.
Right.
Like,
right.
the whole thing is generated to make you get pissed. That way you'll share it with your friends and be like, look, doesn't this piss you off? And people just like get addicted to it. They just like being pissed off.
Right. Either it pisses them off or it'll piss the other side off, and they like that.
Yeah, they're like egging it on.
Yeah.
It's weird how
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
I was just thinking, like, it's weird how the internet, and I think a lot of it has to do with like there's no physical consequences. It just brings out just nasty in people where they wouldn't act that way if you were sitting across the table from somebody, but because it's on the internet, people just, I don't know, they just get dirty.
Yeah, I feel like especially Instagram, people are. You see who someone. There was the time they used to have it where you could go through and just see who's liking what, and I didn't even like that was an option because I'm too curious, and I'm like going down and seeing who's liking what, and you're seeing that a lot of people are not who you thought they were. Meek young girl here who I thought was like a librarian. Oh, she's liking these quasi fetish, like men like naked or whatever. Like I don't know. Like you see what they really are into, especially when they don't know that you can see it. But like when you see a post and you see who likes it, who one of your friends likes it, and you're like, oh, James likes anime porn. Didn't know. Now I know. So, shout out to James, who is just a person I made up. I would not kick anyone out of the hentai closet like that.
Is the hentai closet, like, is that a big deal if you like hentai porn? Like, is that something you got to be ashamed of and not tell anybody, or is that something that in 2020 it's safe to come out and not be judged?
You're gonna get judged by someone. It's I mean, I don't think you should be, but I think that actually, when it comes down to the niche porns, I mean, hentai is almost even better than real porn because nobody's getting hurt. None of these, no cartoons were hurt in this scene. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's real true. Because, man, coming out with a lot of stuff here lately, like you see TED Talks and things about what goes on them porn sets and what some of them girls have to go through. It's like, dude, that sucks. That sounds absolutely horrific.
Yeah, I was watching this YouTube documentary about it, as far as I go, and like they were talking about underage hentai.
What?
Yeah. So like,
see, that's like, how is that legal? It seems like that should be wrong, right?
I mean, it's disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but then the argument, like, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I'm not sure if it should be allowed or not because it could make people want to, play into those, pedophiles want to act on it, or it could be that like, oh well, this pedophile is just gonna watch this child hentai, so at least they're not going to the playground or whatever. So it's pretty deep.
Thank God I don't have to make that decision. That sounds.
Oh, I know. Don't you like wake up not every morning, but at least every once in a while, I'm like, God, damn it, thank you so much, God, for not making me a pedophile, because that would suck. That would
Oh, I
fucking.
was talking about like making the decision on like whether it should be legal or not, or like what should be the right thing as far as the law is. Like that's
The hentai?
the yeah, because like you were saying, you made a good point that like, which is it? Do you make it all legal, and then nobody has access to it, and then they go to playgrounds, or do you make the cartoon stuff legal to give them a scapegoat? That way they don't act on it. That's like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think
Me,
the way
like,
that the law is
I'm
right
old
now,
school.
that
I
they
think you just shoot them all and then be done with it. To be honest,
that would be convenient, like if it's passed down, if it's genetic. I mean, if people are born like that, you'd think that you'd be able to diagnose early on, maybe even in utero. What if you could see that the baby was going to grow up to be a pedophile, and you could be like, you know what, let's abort it?
dude, that's a deep philosophical question. Like, can you punish them before they commit the crime if you know they're going to commit the crime?
Some minority baby report about pedophilic babies. I mean, pedophilia means loving children, and when you are a child yourself, who doesn't like having friends? So I think we were all pedophiles at one point when we were.
No,
When we,
nope. I'm not going down that one.
when you were 5 years old, you were a pedophile, Bear.
No,
Okay,
absolutely not.
I know you're playing it safe, but I just have to inform you that that's the way it goes. But don't worry, nobody's watching this except for. I like how now people are coming in. See, this is how we get.
Yeah, like they don't get to see how we ended up on the conversation of cartoon pedophiles, but here we are.
Right.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Yeah. Yep. It's 8:30, or in your case, it's 6:30, and who needs coffee when we're talking about underage hentai? Wake you up. But yeah. So we got through mukbangs, we got through hentai. What's next? Have you been? So what's your favorite sport to watch? I know you were getting into basketball back a little bit, but what's the sport that you miss the most right now?
I mean, my favorite sport to watch right now is MMA, but it's really the only sport on. I love football. I like going to baseball games, but watching baseball on TV makes me want to blow my brains out.
Yeah, it doesn't translate, right? I do enjoy baseball
Yeah.
live, but on TV it's too slow.
Yeah.
The MMA, that last UFC was really good, didn't you think?
Yeah, I mean, we watched it here. It was really good. Kind of shocked me. Didn't know about the last fight, whether Usman was going to win or not, but he did.
Yeah,
It's pretty dope.
yeah.
But yeah, I like that. Because we were going to the XFL games.
Oh yeah,
We
I
were
saw
going
those
to-
pictures. Hilarious.
Yeah, all the XFL games here in LA, but coronavirus shut everything down, so we're just stuck at the house. That's why I've been on Twitch here lately. I've just been playing video games, trying to get my Twitch up. That way I can go back to doing stand up when all this is over.
Yeah, yeah, and this is what I'm doing instead of stand up.
Yeah.
Mostly because I play so much Pro Evolution Soccer, which is the game I play on PS4, that it would more be sad if I had a Twitch and be like, wow, really 50 matches today?
I mean, dude, I'm just leaning into it. I'm saying, fuck it. I'm spending like 6 to 8 hours a day on it, trying to just grow the channel.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I was better, maybe I'd stream, but
Don't get me twisted. I'm terrible. Like, people come in there and like make fun of how bad I am and then leave. It's really funny.
yeah, yeah.
They'll have like 10-year-old kids come on there and be like, "You suck. I gotta go finish my homework. Bye."
What is it about 10-year-olds? They're so good at like Call of Duty. I mean, my ex-girlfriend had a 6-year-old who would just wipe the floor with me in Call of Duty. He was just
Dude, I don't know, but they're getting meaner, man. Kids are way meaner than they were when I was logging on to Call of Duty back in the day. I mean, Call of Duty used to be rough on roasting people, but today it's brutal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to mute them. You're like, oh, God, you should be canceled. You be canceling 14-year-olds out here. They're going to cancel all of Call of Duty if any of those mic chat
They
things
do
ever come out.
They do say awful stuff. When my freshman in college roommates, I had an apartment because I couldn't get into the dorms, and he would play. I think it was Call of Duty or Counter Strike. That's what he was playing.
Yeah.
And he would. I heard him like saying the N word. He was a white guy, and totally like, yeah, that was my roommate. Definitely.
Dude, it happens on that. And it shocked the hell out of you when it comes out of a voice that you could tell is like their balls haven't dropped yet. It's like, why are you talking like this? Who taught you this? Like, this isn't your idea. You're just repeating some shit you heard.
It's the same thing. Like, well, if you think about it, if they're bugging you to the point where you're muting them, if there's a point where they're probably distracting you from your game. So it could, like, if I was offended by the 13-year-old across the wire talking shit, probably.
Dude, what offends
make
me is they're
miss
like, you should uninstall and kill yourself. Like, they'll like teabag me. They'll shoot me 12 times and then be like, you should uninstall. It's like, ouch, I can't even play the game. I'm so bad.
I feel like that's
Dude, the
redundant.
game I'm playing now, Smite, like, if you do bad in a match, Smite will send a suggestion to the other players to report you for how bad you are.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious.
What game?
Because I get reported Smite.
Oh, Smite. That's the game. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you get reported for being bad at the game?
Yeah, because the computer thinks you're trying to feed the other team on purpose. that's how bad I am. The computer's like, no way anybody's this bad. You're cheating somehow.
You're cheating against yourself.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. That's. I'll have to. It's on PS4. Is there like a free version to try, like a demo or something? You gotta
The
buy
game
it.
is free. You can. The whole
the
game
game's
is
free.
free. It's
I feel
on
like all
PS4.
the good games are free now.
Yeah, for real. It's on all the platforms: Switch, PS4, Xbox, PC. I play on PC. My friends play on PS4. We link up and play together. It's all crossplay. It's a lot
Cool.
of fun.
Cool. Yeah, I'll download it.
Hell yeah, dude! Come play with us.
Yeah.
It's a little complicated. There's a little bit of a learning curve to it, but once you figure it out, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like a lot of first person shooters. I go in phases. I'm either in a first person mode or I just started playing League of Legends and it's
This
pretty
is
cool.
very similar to League of Legends. It's almost the same game.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Check it out.
I've never played League of Legends, but that's what everybody tells me. So I'm just repeating shit I've heard. I've never actually played League of Legends.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's I like the tactics. It kind of reminds me of soccer a little bit because it's so like there's the middle field, there's a left field, there's a right field, there's counter
Yeah, Smite's
attacking,
the same way.
there's
Yeah.
defense, there's attack, there's pressure, there's baiting, then
Yeah.
in, all that stuff. So
And dude, my channel's big enough that we always have a 5-man squad. So like you'll be playing with a team that's mic'd up, that can communicate, that can help you. So you're not playing with randos that are just going to do random shit and get you killed. Because it's a very team-based game. If you don't have a good team, like one player can't carry a whole team.
yeah, that's
Unless
like League of
everybody
Legends
sucks.
too. Because I know sometimes because I just started playing, so sometimes I'm like the worst player, and they're like, wow, we still won somehow in spite of my 2 kills
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
11 deaths.
Dude, that's me right now in Smite, trying to learn to get better.
You know. Yeah, I mean, I've only played like 10 matches, so there's people who've been playing for many years, and I'm just happy that if I can have a more kills than deaths in a match, I'm like, shit, I'm the man.
See, that's how I am. As long as I get more kills than deaths, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I did my job.
But then someone who's like a veteran will be like, actually, kills aren't as important as you think. What you really should have done is been on this level. And they're using jargon that I don't even understand yet, which sucks a lot of the time. They're like, I can't even start. But like, if you watch the tutorial videos, it's like, wow, how did you say a whole sentence without one word that I understand?
Yep. That's how I felt when I started playing Smite, dude. And people would be telling me to do things, and I'd be like, I don't know. They'd be like, get this item. They'd be like, buy this, and I'd be like, what? And they'd be like, they'd say it again, and I'd be like, what? And then and I'd be like, spell it, because I don't have any other words that even associate with it, So I couldn't even put context clues together to figure out what the hell they were saying.
Right. Yeah, that's where I'm at. And that happened to me one time. They were using this jargon, and I just said I didn't. I said I was new and I didn't understand, and the guy stopped being mean, and he was just nice. Actually, he was like, oh, and then he just explained. So I feel like people are. I feel like people playing League of Legends. It seems like they're definitely looking to make friends because it's a nerdy
Well,
game.
yeah, they're playing League of Legends.
So, yeah, it's a nerd. So if they think you're another one of them,
Yeah.
that's just like a dork, and then you also suck, but you play the game, then they're mad. But if they know you're new, they'll give you a shot. Maybe you'll be their friend. Finally, a friend.
Oh, dude, everybody, all the randos I play with are toxic as hell. They're like,
Yeah.
why do you suck so bad? They'll have died 12 times themselves, but they'll be like, oh, you suck. You should kill yourself. It's like,
Wow.
damn, man, it's a video game. Why are you so wrapped up in it? And plus, I play on casual too. I ain't even in the ranked one. I'm not even in the competitive one. I'm in the casual one.
Oh yeah.
And then plus, and the way I feel about it is, the computer knows how much I suck, so it tries to put me against other players that suck. So anybody talking shit, it's like, dude, we all suck where we're at. It's like we're basically the video game equivalent of open micers. It's like one open micer shitting on another open micer. It's like, you realize we're the same thing, right? You realize
Yeah.
neither one of us really knows how to do this.
Well, the people who are bad at something, if they see someone who's worse than them, like those are the people who are really negative, because all they have is the fact that someone's worse than them. That's all that's keeping them going.
Bro, there's so many, like, I mean, especially in stand-up, like, there's gatekeepers that get that way,
Yeah.
where all they have to do is be better than somebody, and then they're like, oh, well, I'm done. That's all I got to do is be better than you.
Yeah, like Mike will have 50 comics, and they have the 49th best set, and they're like, I had a good set. I don't know about you guys. Did you see Josh? Because Josh sucks. I
Yeah.
had number 49 out of 50 sets.
And
so
and no matter where they're at, they're always making sure everybody remembers how bad Josh did. That way nobody's talking about how bad they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How is your boy's butt crack doing?
My boy, what? What are you talking about?
There's this comic in LA that he would have the worst plumber butt.
Oh. Yeah, that dude. He's got a song now that he sings, and one of the lyrics is, I'm the best comic in this room.
Is that part of his act, or is he transitioning to music?
No, that's part of his act.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
I mean,
And the sad thing is, sometimes he might be right, because some of those mics, not too good.
No, he's not right. I promise. There's no. What room? Where have you found this room?
There's
I ain't
never been
in
a
it.
room.
There ain't been one room. I've been in a shitload of rooms. Ain't been in one. where
Not
he was
even
a
your
damn
room,
bad.
the one that I'm sure your room is like mostly noobs, right?
Talking
Noobs
about
and
my
Dat
bedroom?
Fan. That's who I see at your mic. It's Noobs and Dat Fan.
Oh yeah. No, there's actually there's some like killers that slide through there every now and then. Don't get it twisted. There are a lot of noobs there, but there are some working comics that pop in there.
Yeah, I apologize for getting it twisted. I was definitely twisting it right there. You know what
Yeah.
I was doing? I was trying to
What?
make myself feel better than those guys. I was doing exactly what we were talking about, criticizing people who were being like, well, I'm not like that. I'm like, wow, your mic's probably full of people who suck, right? But it's just because I assume that if you pay to do mics that you aren't that good. But in LA, sometimes I've learned when I was living in LA that like time is important. So a lot of people
Yeah.
Uber, and so if I can pay $10 instead of waiting 2 hours to perform, then it's worth it because I can go back to Ubering.
Yep.
But I wasn't
And-
thinking about it like that before. I was thinking I had these like principles, and I was like, I will never pay to do an open mic. And then 2 weeks in, you're like, wait, I'm paying hours and hours of my time.
So I'll pay $10 to not sit here for 3 hours and listen to this shit.
Yeah.
It's like you're not paying to do stand up. You're paying to not listen to shitty stand up any longer than you absolutely have to. But that's what you're paying for.
That's a great point. Yeah, because by the time I'd go up 3 hours into a mic and I'm listening to all of it, and I'm like miserable. And it's
Dude,
not
I think
just
that's
'cause I
why
was-
comics have to kill themselves. Like all the good comics eventually kill themselves.
all
It's
of
because
them?
all the damn open mics they went through.
Oh man,
Not all of them, but the ones that do kill themselves, like I fucking get it, man.
I mean,
Like,
I'd
tell
actually
me you've never been at a like open mic. Like, if I had a gun, One bullet right now, I'd shoot myself twice. I'd shoot myself and then beat myself in the head till I was dead.
Wow, these are some mics, man. These are some mics that we're talking about.
Bro,
Yeah,
LA changed me. I hate the mics out here so much.
yeah.
They're so bad. They're so fucking bad. Like in a small town, at least people pretend to care. You know?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like
The-
you don't get any audience members in the mics in LA.
Oh, not a single fucking one.
Not a single one. And Little
But
Rock.
if you do, like when you do though, it's a magical moment. Now, there are some mics where every now and then you'll get a crowd, it'll get hot, and then all of a sudden it's like, it's like what you see in the movies. It's what you come out to LA for. It's it's your dream. You're living it. You're a comic. You're working. It's great.
Mhm.
But the other 99% of the time, it is absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah,
that's part of it. That's part of paying your dues. And we
Yeah.
all got to do it.
Right, because the novelty is totally worn off in LA about comedy, so no audience members are going to an open mic. But in Little Rock, open mics are like fun. There's like
Yeah.
actual audience all the time because they're like, well, shit, this is the only comedy happening in Arkansas tonight. I'm coming out.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
Out here, you're
voice.
also
That voice was like, I'm sorry, Bear. I feel embarrassed that I made that voice for you. That is
No,
like,
you're good. No, it's okay. It's still okay to make fun of rednecks. I think we're going to be the
It's
last group to
fun.
go.
It's fun.
As much as rednecks have given shit to other groups of people, I'm pretty sure we're going to be the last group that gets any type of protections.
How woke
Everybody
am I?
knows shit.
How woke am I that I'm careful
You're
not to offend
apologizing to a redneck.
my redneck friend.
Judea, yes, he does. Yes, he does.
What? What
Oh,
did
I'm
she
reading
say?
your comments. I'm reading your chat.
Well, wait, I gotta go into it. What'd she say? Oh, ooh,
She said Antonio has a voice that was made for podcast/radio. It's annoying.
and a face to match.
Boy, you do got a face for radio, let me tell you.
Well, that's sweet, Judy or Judea. She goes by both. I learned recently.
Yeah.
But well, Judea, I think has. I was telling her that I think she could move to LA and make so many friends just because she has this like model look. She's
Dude,
she's petite.
Judy's cool as shit. Like, she'd make a shitload of friends out here.
Oh, and she's cool. But in superficial LA, they love like a pretty skinny black girl. Like, come on, everyone wants to be. It's so woke, and you get to be superficial at the same time.
Yeah, but it's only the high society people that are superficial. Not everybody in LA is superficial. Like all the poor folk, like all the people that are like me, we're pretty
Yeah.
down to earth. We're pretty chill, just like
Right.
everywhere else.
Right.
It's
You're
all
the,
them
the North
rich folk
Hollywood. The North Hollywood squad is not the same as the Beverly Hills.
Right. There's a big difference.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, when people think LA, it's kind of like in South America when people think United States, they're like, oh, it's always snowing and it's always white people, and people try to like put the whole country in a box. So to put LA in a
Yeah.
box, everyone thinks it's like, oh, it's all like Beverly Hills and stuff, but there's an underbelly of LA. There's Van Nuys, North Hollywood, and Skid Row, and all that stuff, and downtown.
Yeah, I live in LA's beer gut. That's where I live. If LA had a beer gut, that's where I'd live. Like that's how I'd describe my neighborhood.
Yeah, I like that area because there was a lot to make fun of. There was a lot of, so it was LA, but it had a lot of the crazy things that you'd see in New York of just like you can't, like you're in a big city and there's crazy people, so you see it and then you have stories to tell.
Yeah.
In Beverly Hills, you probably don't have the same experiences. Like you don't have the crazy guy that shit himself walking in front of you with.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, there's crazy homeless people all over LA, even in Beverly Hills. They go to Beverly Hills because the rich people give them money.
Okay. Yeah, you know more about LA than me.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
only there for a month.
Yeah.
I learned I was able to write off my $1,000 in parking tickets and towing expenses from last year on my taxes, and
That's dope.
it didn't make a difference.
Well, ain't that some shit?
It didn't really make a difference because I guess let's not talk about taxes, but
Yeah.
it did suck because I spent like 4 hours. I went through all my Postmates deliveries and I counted the miles from each one for the whole year and added them all up so that I know exactly how many miles, and I put it in and they're like, we're just gonna give you standard deduction instead of the itemized because you're gonna get more back if you just do that. And I'm like, I just did this for 4 hours for no reason.
Yeah.
And yep, and that's what they said. They said yeah. But then I instead of paying for the self-employed taxes one, which was like you had to pay $100, and then I would have gotten back whatever. I just didn't pay for it, and because I didn't get like as much of a refund, but still, since I didn't pay for the software, I ended up making more money back. So learned a new thing. Just hope I don't get audited over my $100 of Bitcoin that I didn't claim or something.
Well, if you get audited, just delete this video right here.
Yeah,
Then you're good to go.
I'd actually be flattered if they were like, we were listening? To your live from Sunnyside show. And,
dude, that'd be the happiest audit dude ever. Like, he finds out he gets audited, he's like really pissed, and then he finds out why. He's like, oh fuck yeah, they were listening.
Episode 1. They were with me from the start, the IRS.
Dude, that might be a funny sketch. There may be something there.
Bair, everything might be a funny sketch. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if you want to write it out, there may be something there. I was just making a mental note to myself.
If you write it out,
to me, to you, to whoever.
I'll be in it. I think I'd make a good tax preparer.
Like an IRS agent?
Like a Jake from State Farm's taxes
IRS
branch. Jake from
like
IRS.
H&R Block?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. Like an accountant? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. I can account. I can count. So I basically, yeah, that's all I did yesterday was account for my deliveries, and geez, man, what a waste of time.
Dude, I could see you like in an accountant role where you're like being like a really sassy smartass to like, well, if you hadn't spent all your money on stripper poles, then maybe, like, I don't know, something about your personality has that sassy accountant.
Oh, dude,
that's what I'm saying.
I have a very dry, condescending tone sometimes, and
I know, it's hilarious.
I think it can be, but I'll tell you what, it's gotten me dumped a couple times. Like literally dumped. Because it does come out in it is usually if I'm in like a kind of a bad mood.
If a joke hasn't gotten you dumped before, are you really a comedian? That's how you know you're funny. I mean, that's how you know it's funny. If they dump you, they can't stay with you because they know you're right.
There's one girl dumped me
they
back
know
in
you were funny.
2012, and as she was breaking up with me, she's like, don't be sad. You're gonna be famous. You're hilarious. You're the funniest person I've ever met. You're gonna be famous. And at the time, it was like, I don't give a shit. I don't care about being famous. I just want this one particular girlfriend right now. But it was a really smart move on her, and that's such a good way to break it easy to somebody. Like, hey, look, you're gonna do way better than me, and she's probably right. So.
Dude, I've never had an amicable breakup like that where somebody said something nice to me.
Oh, it wasn't amicable.
That was always like, I fucking hate you. Never talk to me again. Quit calling me.
That's that redneck goodbye.
Boy, rednecks don't break up easy. I tell you that right now.
Rednecks aren't like, listen, you make the best chili I've ever tasted. You're going to go so far. It's just not going to be with me.
Bro, when rednecks break up, it's like, fuck you, fuck your sister. I never liked your mama. You could go to hell, mother. Like, it's bad.
I think that's what made it tougher for me to get over this particular girl. It took me like a month or two to get over her. And then I went right into a relationship with a girl I didn't like that much to get over her. But, yeah.
We've all been there.
Part of it, I think, that made it tough was that she was so nice. It made it harder that she was nice about it. Because, like, she kept talking to me. And then, like, you know what I mean? It's not.
Oh yeah, I need a clean break. Like, if I don't have a clean break, like, I won't move on.
Yeah. She was, it's always like we should just be friends, and it's like, okay, so we went from like being best friends and lovers to now we're just gonna do the friends part, but not the rest of it. Yeah, that's healthy, right? No.
Yeah, I've never found a way to make that work ever.
it's not. So the real term that we should be saying is not we should just be friends. Like we should just never speak again. That's
Yeah,
the
we
real
should-
healthy.
Yeah.
That's the healthy way. Or we'll speak again in 5 years and maybe hook up. But let's take a break. Let's take a 5-year break from acknowledging each other's existence. Block on everything. Only way to move on.
Oh yeah, I don't follow any of my exes on social media. I can't.
You can't because you're
No one-
blocked,
I don't.
or
even know
or
if I'm
you
blocked,
just
to
can't
be
because you're
honest.
choosing not. You choose.
No,
not
they're
to.
blocked on mine. Like,
Yeah,
I'm choosing not to.
blocking
see that
first
shit.
is it's a good move, right? Should be the first to block.
I
do
mean,
you
it
think?
depends. Like, depends on how it ends. I guess. Just like anything else, depends on the situation.
Yeah,
I always block first. That's just my move. It's like
Yeah.
if we're done, we're done. Bye.
there's no friendship, nothing.
That's how I feel.
I have this. Yeah.
What do you
I have
do? What's your move?
It usually is like if they're breaking up with me, I'm trying to get back together with them for at least a month.
Yeah.
Because if they're breaking up with me, then, I didn't want to break up. Because I am quick to break up when I'm out. Just like the radio show Tuesday. I was quick to
Yeah.
dip when I felt disrespected. Just one time, I'm like, I'm out. I don't need it. I don't need this. But yeah, it's like the last serious girlfriend that I had that dumped me. It was like couple months that I was like, texting them, once a week at least or something. Just talking about.
Dude, I
boring
get that.
shit,
Like, that
and-
used to be me. And I had to learn that with my personality, I need a clean break or else I'll just pine over them and get depressed and
Oh yeah,
I
ended
sit
up
in a room and like just think about them 24/7. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm glad that
I can't do that.
I'm glad that now it's like if a girl is, showing me less interest than we used to, because it's never now. I haven't been really getting into serious relationships. More it's just
Yeah, I
talking to
haven't-
someone and
I
then
haven't
it's like
dated anybody in years.
cools off. But it's a lot easier for me now to move on because I have so much going for me. Back then I was first year comic. I needed so much support. She was everything for me, like supportive wise. Like
Yeah.
she'd be there when I bombed. She'd be there when I did good. And I needed her in that time. And I took her for granted because, man, I'll tell you what. I can't imagine being with a first year comic.
Dude, fuck that. Fuck that. Shout out, real talk.
Yeah.
Shout out to anybody that can put up with that.
Yeah, shout out to her. I still have a lot of. I'm not now. I'm sounding like I'm gonna text her again. Like no, but I do. I do really have a soft spot for her because I know who I was at that time and how insufferable I was and how much patience she had with me because I was funny, especially in conversation with her. It wasn't always on stage, but she was like my biggest supporter. And
Yeah.
on my SoundCloud, some of the music that I played today, the album art she made for me. So it's like she was so supportive, and man, it was
Dude,
really
it's crazy that you say that because when I first started comedy, I was dating this girl and I had a very similar, what sounds to be a similar situation. And to this day, like my logo, she made my logo for my comedy stuff, like the Bair with the microphone.
yeah,
Like it's still on all my shit.
yeah. I've seen that. It's dope.
Yeah, she did a great job on it.
Is she one of those girls that was tough to get over?
I mean, for real, it was
Yeah.
that. But she was the first girl. Like she was what I feel like is my first mature breakup
Mhm.
because it's when we broke up. I didn't do the like, oh, well, let's get back together and call her and like do all that immature shit. No, when we broke up, I was like, okay, blocked her on social media and literally packed my shit and moved across the country to LA. So
That was your last girlfriend before you moved to LA?
yeah, well,
Oh yeah,
we
because you
broke
just
up
started
in
stand up.
October and I moved to LA in November. So
okay. Yeah, real
I was
quick.
in Little Rock for another month after we broke up.
Okay. So But yeah, I think the point there is that it's tough to get over the girl when it's not like looks that's hard to get over. It's when they proven to be good for you.
Yeah, it ain't the looks. It's the little shit that you miss. Like the way, like it can be something that's like an inside joke, like a phrase, or like the
Dude.
way they say a
Mm-hmm.
word. Like you'll just
God.
because I'll catch myself like saying something, uh, like she did, and be like, oh damn, and like you just get like just a little twinge of sadness where you're like, oh, nobody else in the world would get that. It was only between her and I.
Dude, you're preaching to the yeah, man. That is, gosh.
That's the worst. That's the fucking worst. Because it's like, how do you get over
Mm-hmm.
that shit? There's not a word for it either. Like, what are those things? Those little things that only exist between an intimate couple.
Yeah, it's like inside jokes for sure. Also, just like yeah,
But it doesn't have
pronunciations
to
of
be a joke. It
words.
could just be like just there's little connections where you both have an emotion attached to something, and you both understand what it means to eat, but you wouldn't be able to explain it to somebody else.
Yeah, man.
Like maybe you like had a cheeseburger on the beach somewhere, and it reminded you of this, and there was this funny looking cup, and you made a joke about it. And every time you saw a cup like that, like both of you smiled because you remembered that memory. It'd be something like that.
Dude, you're like yeah, you're like my ginger brother because I feel like a
I
lot
mean,
of
I think
guys
we established
don't.
that a long time ago.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean more than brother. I feel like you're like my ginger me because um a lot of guys I feel like don't relate to what we're talking about right now. They don't care
How? Like,
about
I think
like
they put on an act like they don't care, but
mhm.
it's those are human connections, man. That's like a human feeling. When you're with somebody and you're in a relationship with them, especially like an intimate relationship, like we're talking about, like you get those, those connections. Unless you're a psychopath, unless you have like no empathy for other people.
Right. I think that a lot of guys they try to pretend that they are like that because it makes them look cool, you know?
Yeah, they want to look tough.
They want to look tough, like, yeah, I fuck bitches and I don't give a fuck. And
Yeah,
I fucked 2 bitches last night and I might fuck 3 tonight. And me, I'm like, yeah, but did you guys talk? You know?
like yeah, but what her hair smell like,
Dude, that hurt. That hits me. That hits me in the chest, man. That is so true, man. Smells are so
bro?
burnt
What
into
about
your
when
psyche.
you're like at a bar or something and like a girl walks by and you can tell she just had a shower. Like you can smell the shampoo in her hair.
Is that a
Like
special thing? I mean, I would assume most of the time they've just had a shower, they're out. Is that like a uncommon
no, I'm
occurrence?
talking about there's some girls that have like you can tell that I don't know, they just have a good smell. I'm not trying to be a creep. Like I'm not saying be creepy to them. I'm just saying
No.
that there's
Yeah.
a
No, it's
it
probably
hits you
the
like it makes you
sexiest
it
thing.
puts you in a good mood. Like anytime like a girl walks by me and like she smells good, I'm immediately in a better mood.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, smells are huge, man. And so I wonder if uh well, it's the thing about me, especially in quarantine right now, the girls I've been talking to, I don't even know what they smell like, you know? So it's like I'm just assuming they smell a certain way based on evidence I'm trying to gather, but
Yeah, you can't be falling in love with no girl, go over realize she got shit in her britches and don't smell good. That would suck. Like, damn, I'm already in love with her. I didn't realize she smelled like 2 cans of tuna shit.
dude, that's like the 9 month 90-day fiance guy. Have you been watching that show?
Hell no, I
There's the
haven't
guy
been
with no
watching that
neck that
show.
has the Filipino girl that he's trying to get to
Wait,
marry
he has
him.
no neck?
Yeah, he's got no neck. And apparently she has no toothbrush because he is just telling her that her breath stinks. And he didn't know that, I'm sure, before he flew to Philippines. And maybe if he would have known, he wouldn't be as excited. But maybe we should start
What do you mean
mailing
she
our
ain't got a
scent
toothbrush?
to
Do
each
people
other
not brush their
before.
teeth in the Philippines? Surely they do.
No, no, no. So he was treating her like she wasn't brushing her teeth and giving her mouthwash like she wasn't using mouthwash. But really, she said she had an ulcer. So it was like a medical condition that was leading to her breath being
Gotcha.
bad. But
Gotcha. Man,
But
that'd be embarrassing. Can you imagine somebody saying your breath stinks like on national TV, like a dating show?
Ooh.
I'd bury my head in the sand. I'd never go out in public again. Fuck that.
I'd cut my tongue out.
No shit.
Be like, I don't need this anymore. I'd rather
Boy, I'd
just
wear a
not
mask
taste
every
food
day,
and
coronavirus or not.
yeah. No. But like the cool thing about the masks is you know when your breath stinks.
Yeah, dude. How do those people that go on to shows like The Bachelor and stuff like that? How do they date somebody after that show? Can you imagine trying to take somebody seriously after being on that show?
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, I
Yeah.
love him. I'm known him for 2 days, and I'm just in love with him, and it's the best thing that ever happened to me." And
And you watch
like,
them
you
and they
wouldn't
like
believe
like,
shit.
they don't have any inside jokes. They didn't talk. They didn't like
Yeah,
you
no
know.
cheeseburgers on the beaches with them. Hell no. They don't have time to build those connections.
Yeah, they're just like, he's tall and handsome. I'm in love. And it's like, yeah. Well, I think that those people, they'll be fine because, they have a bunch of classically, generically attractive women on the show that might, and none of them have any depth. None of them have any wit or, they're not clever or all the things that I look for in a girl.
I don't know about all of them because
Well,
I
no,
haven't
of
seen the
course.
show. They can't all be stupid.
Of course, they're not all, but like you were saying, if you know what you're getting as far as
Right.
reputation when you leave the show, you look like a shallow, superficial person.
Right.
And then guys are going to be like, But I think that because of the type of girls they are, sometimes I think that they'll be fine because there's guys that'll just be like, you were on TV?
Do you think it's harder for the men coming off of The Bachelorette or the women coming off The Bachelor?
I think it's harder for the women coming off The Bachelor because I think that I think a lot of men fall in love at first sight more than women do. But I mean, I'm speaking as a man, so I don't know.
I definitely do.
I would
Like,
love
if I
for,
like a girl, I know within like 2 seconds of meeting her whether I like her or not.
Yeah, I would love for a girl or a woman to call in and let us know what they think. Because I think I was talking to Judy about this at a couple of days ago. So I wonder if she's free. We'd love to see what she thinks about,
I wonder if it would be more difficult because either way, you're going to be famous, but are you famous or pseudo famous in a certain circle, I guess.
Yeah.
Like well known and known for that. Like, I don't know, maybe it's not different. Maybe it helped. Maybe people want to date them because, they were on TV. Maybe it's not a problem at all.
I could see maybe it could work. Like some guy would be like, oh, I remember you from The Bachelorette. I thought you were so pretty. And that guy didn't get you. I get you.
I think it would be way more difficult for the women, just
Yeah.
for the simple fact that once they were on TV in that spotlight, they're going to intimidate 99% of guys, where they won't even have the courage to talk to them.
Yeah.
So it may be more difficult for them.
Yeah, and like
Maybe.
personally, like the most attractive thing, one of the most attractive things for a woman is confidence. So if I see someone who chases men ever, it's a turnoff, no matter what they look like. I'm like, oh, you chase guys? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that means that you don't, because aren't you supposed to, I mean, pretty girls, they have guys lining up trying to, just a chance. Just give me a chance. Give me your number. And you're like, no.
I don't know.
But if like, a girl's chasing a guy, I feel like it's usually kind of superficial. It's like, I just love his haircut.
I guess it depends on what you mean by chase, because like if a girl's like real confident and going after a guy, that's hot. Like if a girl's like confident and into me and shows that's I don't feel like
I mean like pursuing a guy that's telling her that he's not interested, or like showing no interest in her, and like she's like,
I will say this, and this is only from my limited experience, but it seems like the girls in my circle, like in my friend circle and like girls in my family and stuff, they take rejection way harder than guys. And I think it's just because they don't get rejected as often.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I could see that. Especially when a girl is like classically attractive and she's like, what is wrong with me? I have like this Barbie look, and it's like, well, maybe they don't like Barbie type girls. Maybe they like 5 foot tall Mexican girls. You don't
Yeah,
know.
or maybe like their grandma just died and they're not in a place where they even want to open up to somebody right now. Like it may not even be about them at all. But I know my friends that are girls, anytime a guy rejects them, boy, they don't take it good. They don't take it good at all.
Yeah.
But it rarely happens, so
Yeah. Right. Lucky them. Yeah. Judy is cooking, so well, maybe she'll call in a little later. But I just
okay.
would like to know if that's something that happens to women as well, because I only know from a man's perspective, and a lot of times I'm going to say things that I think that are not accurate because I don't know what it's like to be a woman, and I
In
want to
other
know
words,
more.
please don't cancel me. I'm just trying to have a conversation about a difficult subject.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know that I see.
I
I'm
feel like
willing to.
everybody has to say stuff like that now. Anytime you talk about any sensitive subject, you have to.
I didn't feel like I said anything that would be cancelable, because I really.
Oh, I don't
I'm,
think you did either. I
I'm
was
open
just saying
to.
that.
I want to learn. So like, as soon as I say
Yeah.
something that's like from a male's perspective about what I think women are like, I'm like, if we can have a woman call in right now, I would love for them to tell me, because it's not my place to assume, but it's all you
Yeah,
have
all we
is
can
your
do
own.
is tell you what we think, and if we think wrong, correct us, educate us, and then we won't think that way no more.
Yeah. See, we're not all men, okay? Me and Bear want to learn. Oh man, this has been a very wholesome show. I feel like anyone who's watching is be like, these guys need to find love. These guys are these are a couple of nice, sensitive gentlemen who.
I'll be good. I'm only getting better with age. The longer I wait, the better I get. Better my chances are. So I ain't even messed up about it.
Yeah, me too, man. I like the white hairs. They're coming
Yeah, I'm
in
starting.
like on the side, like I'm a like when they don't come in, they come in just in that cool spot in like the front corner that makes you look
Yeah,
like you're
like right on the side of the beard, like not the whole beard, but like just on the side.
no, no, I've been shaving my beard because of the gray. I don't like the grays in the beard, but I've been
Oh
shaving
shit, I
because of that.
do. I'm gonna try to turn into a Gandalf. Like when
Mm,
I'm old, I'm gonna go full Gandalf.
wow. Uh, yeah, man, I could see it. I could really see it. You grow a healthy beard. I do about a 75% beard, but I'm kind of going for the clean shaven look lately.
Yeah,
I got carded because of the shaving. I feel like I'm 33. I kind of want to still date 20-year-old, 25-year-old women. I'd rather look 25 than 35. I'd rather look 25 than 45 at 33, and so I'm gonna
yeah,
keep
but I
shaving.
thought girls like older gentlemen, don't they?
Well, I am older. That's the thing.
Yeah, but you're
But
saying talking about you want to look 25. Don't you want to look 40?
um, I feel like if they're 25, then being 33 is old enough. It's older. I don't. But you could be right. You could be right. Maybe I should be trying to get looking older. Maybe I should start wearing suits.
Yeah, maybe you should like get a walker and like a wheelchair, get some Depends.
Oh yeah, the
That
Depends will be good,
distinguished
especially
gentleman
if
look.
they're like us and they like smells. Then they might fall in love with my diaper.
Bro, why do old people smell so bad?
Um, they're
And I love
old.
old.
Well,
Like
like
I'm not trying to talk shit, but for real, why do old people smell like? What is it about getting old that makes you smell like absolute shit?
well, go
Is it
into
you just
your
quit
go into
or
your
does your nose?
fridge. Go into your fridge and find the oldest piece of fruit and smell it. It's because they're rotting away, Bear. It's
Have you
true.
ever smelt an old person that smelled good? Have you ever like been past an old person like, I want to smell that again?
No,
Never, not one time.
no. Even if it's their perfume, it's like ooh, old fume.
Yeah. I don't know. I think noses change as we get older because either they can't tell or they just don't give a shit. One or the other.
I think they don't care, because if they're smelling themselves all day long, there's no way that they can have a very strong sense of smell at that point.
Yeah,
This
they
is
be
really
going nose
anti-old
blind and
people.
shit.
Old people, I'm sorry, you're old. I don't have much else to say. That's one of the things that people can't defend. Like, old people are old. They do old people shit. It's
Like
not
smell
being
bad.
bigoted to point it out. Yeah. Oh, these poor old people. There should be like a surgery. They take all smells away.
What?
There should be a way that
What,
they
like,
could
like a nosotomy that just cut your nose off?
No, not like you can't smell anything. Like they don't smell like anything anymore. Like if we could put grandma through some
Oh,
type of
I think that's called a bath, Antonio. I think that's what that's called.
No, but they get right
Take
out
a
of the
shower.
they get fresh out of the bath and they smell like old
It's because they wear them old people clothes, bro. They gotta burn that shit.
every
Go
time.
get some new clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. That could be it too. Their clothes are old. That could be it, you know? It's like they love that Mickey Mouse sweater
Yeah.
from '83 and you know, clothes get old.
Old is a distinct smell. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but if you smell it, you know it.
Mhm.
You're like, that's old.
Yeah. Well, but like a baby smell is the opposite.
Bro, can you imagine being a grandpa trying to, like, get it on with your wife? You're like, damn, baby, you don't smell a day over 60. Let's go.
Shit. I was listening to that. I forgot what it was, but someone was talking about this married couple, old couple, and you know, if he still finds his wife attractive, and he's like, God no.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Like they're still together, they still love each other, but like attracted to that? Like
He's
just
like,
because
"Hell
I'm
no."
old, just because I'm old doesn't mean I like old ladies. Like I still like I still like younger like women. I'm just because I'm old doesn't mean shit. But they love each other, you know, and that's why they're together. Do they
Dude, I
want?
would love to have those, like, those balls. Just the balls be like, hell no.
Well, when
Bro,
you
he don't
get
give
to
a
a certain
fuck.
age, your balls drop that low, and you say shit like that about your wife publicly.
You think that's why old men say stupid shits? Because their balls are too low? Like it's throwing off their equilibrium?
Well, yeah, you know, like when a young kid says something ballsy and it's like, oh, someone's balls dropped, and then you get lower, and it's like, how low can you go? That's why we got 70-year-olds talking mad shit, because their balls are in their shoe. Man, this has been a lot of fun, man. This has been
Yeah.
This has been fun.
I've had a good time.
I don't.
How long do you want to go for?
Well, we got a half hour left for dang sure, but
Gotcha.
I don't know if I want to do it maybe every day, because I got a lot of connections with comics that I think would be good, and I mean,
Yeah,
Sorry,
and once you
got
get
the-
comics talking, like, you
got the
never know what
COVID.
you're going to end up talking about.
right, yeah, something that I was really kind of arguing with people, and I tell them, because I also have a podcast that I should plug also. It's Take a Break from Porn with Grace Kirk, another Houston comic, and our website is tabfp.com, so check that out. But I'm bringing up the, god dang it, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I was telling them I had a podcast, and they were like, what's it about? And at that moment I was like, ugh, it's not about anything. But also, like, I don't listen to podcasts because they're about something most of the time. I listen to them because of the chemistry between the people on the show and the guests that they have, and if they're funny a lot of the time, or at least interesting. And so they were like, you know, a podcast should have a topic. And I'm like,
I mean, look at the most fucking popular podcast in the world, Rogan's, and all he does is just sit down and talk to cool people. That's it.
yeah,
That's all. It's not about anything. Just sit down and talk to cool people. When cool people talk, other people want to listen.
right.
It's not a hard formula.
Right. Yeah, and I just like the freedom of letting the conversation go wherever it needs to go. And I feel like if people have good chemistry in conversation, we can go from mukbang to inside jokes back to there was a weird child hentai spot in there.
Yeah, there was a weird tangent there for a little bit, but we got back on track.
Oh man, yeah. But that's what's fun, I think, about not having a topic, because, what would our topic be? Whatever it is, I feel like every time that we'd be trying to get back to what our show is supposed to be about, we'd be taken away from.
Yeah, you just killing the conversation and killing all the vibes.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially like, bro, I've seen you go on stage off on a tangent before, and I damn near shit myself laughing. So I would never want to stop that. Like, go off on every tangent. Like, fuck where we started. Let's just go somewhere else. Because
Right.
like, I'll never forget, dude, that show in LA at, what was it, 77, 72, whatever the hell, that shitty bar. Dude, it was like purple everywhere. They had leather couches, and we got there. There were 2 shows, but we got there during the wrong show or something, and the light
Yeah.
quit working during your set. You remember this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah. Keep going.
You started roasting that place, and it was so goddamn funny because we were over it. Like, we were done. It was good.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what you said about the light bulb, but dude,
Well,
it was funny.
The light went out in the room, and then there was a guy that was like on a ladder trying to fix it, and I don't remember what I said either, but it was working. And I think that, especially in like shows like that where there were a lot of comics there, they admire if you're able to think on your feet and make the moment funny. They see a lot of people with prepared jokes that go up and tell them, and it's like, okay, they're good jokes, fine. But mic goes out, light goes out, and you can still get laughs on the spot, then I feel like that's when you are showing your experience. You're showing that you have mastered a little bit of this craft. I hate to call it that, but anyone can write jokes eventually if they figure out the formula of how to make, how to write jokes. But it's being able to read the room, read the moment, know when to say what has to happen with experience. You don't step day one into stand-up knowing how to read a room,
Right.
knowing when to do crowd work, when to do jokes, when to blah blah blah.
And dude, if you haven't done comedy before, it may not be as apparent when you're watching comedians, like the difference in skill level. But to somebody that does it every day, when you see somebody that's like a killer in the zone, and then you see somebody that's just not, it's like watching a black belt submit somebody, and then watching a white belt try to do an armbar.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they're both doing a martial art, but this is a different thing.
Right. It's subtle differences that the layman might not see. So like, if you go to open mics and if you bring just normal people, sometimes their favorite comic will be like just the guy who's been doing it for 6 weeks, and it's like, oh, that was your favorite. He's like, yeah, I really liked the joke you said, that one joke about the thing. And it's like, okay, I see the way that you're looking at it is a lot different, because I'm looking at like, who is the most seasoned, who is the person who could think on his feet. And I mean, yeah,
not only that, but who didn't have the one joke, but who was solid from start to finish.
Exactly.
Like,
But
who
that's the
held
thing.
it and carried the show the entire time.
That's the thing with a lot of crowd members I've noticed, is that they remember one joke and then they decide that you're the favorite, and they don't, it's not like, well, where did the joke go? Did it fit into a longer chunk about stuff? It's like, I don't know, I just like when he said pussy lips or whatever.
I just like pussy lips.
I like when they say pussy lips.
Bro, that straight up is a crowd in the South.
That's literally a quote from my dad and his wife, because I was mocking a headliner that I worked with that had a song about big pussy lips, and I was like, she got them hips, she got them big pussy lips, and like, they thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever said. They were like, you need to do that. I'm like, I'm mocking this guy who sucked.
It's like, I'm never doing this.
Yeah, they're like, no, that's the funniest thing you've ever written. Write that down, do that on stage. I'm like, you guys need to fuck off. Like, no way. Meanwhile, my like deep, intricate Japanese poetry level 4 different punchline joke, they're like, stop doing that one. Talk about pussy lips.
Just say pussy lips. Come on.
Just say pussy lips.
Pussy lips.
Buttholes and pussy lips.
Bro, you can tell when a comic's good when you're disappointed their set's up. You're like, God damn it, it's over already?
Yeah.
Like, when a comic is killing, like, you're disappointed that they get off stage because, like, fuck, I wanted them to keep going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. and because it doesn't happen every show that you'll get in the zone. Even the best comics, they're not in the zone every show because they're just crowd. It depends on the crowd, and there has to be a frequency that's achieved, and that we're all in tune. And then once that's achieved, it's like it just goes. It can go forever. You could do it 2 hours, 3 hours. Like when Chappelle does 3 hours, he's in tune with the audience, and they don't want him to stop.
Yeah, dude. I've never been able to notice that I'm in the zone when I'm in the zone. It's always after the fact. It's always like I'm getting off stage like, damn, I was in the zone. Like in the moment, it never crosses my mind, oh, I'm killing right now. It's always after the fact. I don't know if it's because I'm still so nervous.
Well, you're still...
Like I may not look nervous, but like, you know, I mean, everybody is when they're on stage.
I mean, you're really talented. You're still new. You're still new. You're relatively a baby in comedy. But the fact that you kill at all is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, you've been doing what, 3-4 years?
3 years, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, 3 years. When I was 3 years in, I was not even arguably mediocre. I was mediocre. I was never killing. I was never winning contests or anything. So the fact that you're already this far along, you know, you're gonna be a beast, man. You're gonna be a real beast, and you're gonna be able to tell when you're killing because of a little subtle nuance. You'll be like, oh, all I did there was just look up at the crowd and they laughed. You know what I mean? Or like when they laugh at the little pause in the joke that you put in because it's supposed to get a laugh, but never does. But ooh, they're with me right now.
Dude, I got a question. So, can you predict your kills?
No.
Okay. I can't either. If I'm ever like 100% like, oh, I'm about to kill, like it's about to be one of the worst sets I'll ever have.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a
I got to be like 75% confident, 15%, well, fuck it, we're going to try.
Yeah, you need nerves. You need to be nervous. It fuels the fight or flight is the bomb or kill. So in order to kill, you got to be a little scared. You got to care. So you might be so confident, like, oh, this crowd's easy. I'm gonna go up and just kill it because they're easy. But it's like, oh no, they're gonna be able to tell that you're not scared at all, and that you think you're the shit, and then they're gonna hold back because nobody likes that. Nobody likes somebody who's too confident.
Yeah. Like, it's a fine line because they want you to be that confident, like, pilot or that confident paratrooper going out of a airplane, but they don't want you to be a dick about it.
Right. Yeah,
like,
they want you to be
you're doing
humble.
something that's challenging, that's hard, that all of them probably don't have the balls to do, but don't rub it in their face.
Don't rub your balls in their face.
Yeah. Like, have some, like, I don't know if class is the right word, but because you can tell when a comic is like not scared at all and then they bomb. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, I've done it. Like, it's happened to me where I've gone up and I was like, oh, I'm about to kill it, and then I'll just eat a giant turd.
Yeah, it happens to me too. And a lot of the time it's when I'm so confident that I'm bored. So like I go up and I'm like, I'm just gonna do these jokes because it's so easy, and they can tell that I'm not really interested. And then that's when I do bad, is because I'm going up like that. And so I feel like if you're going up,
why it's important for your act to have at least a little bit of something you're working on. You have to have something you're not sure of.
Well, if you're confident enough, you just go up and just have a conversation like we're having, and then jokes will just come naturally because you're so confident. But you're so confident to take that risk to go up and do that whole Bill Hicks thing. You know, like the Bill Hicks, his 10.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about with Bill Hicks, because he was like,
things that he
talk
said.
to them, and if you're not funny, go do your material.
Yeah, and that is true. That is it takes. I think that's what we should all be doing. Well, eventually, you know, I should be doing that definitely 9 years in. But when I go up and I just do jokes right away, even though the crowd is like, they're prime for just like me to go up and just do just be me and just in the moment and everything, because I can riff the whole set if I'm confident and I'm in the zone. But if I don't do that when I can and I just do jokes, it's almost like they can tell that, like,
Yeah.
hey, these jokes are good, but if you're so good, why don't you just tell us about your day to day? Tell us about what's bothering you right now in this moment, about this room, about this show, about everything that's like real. Because that's what is the funniest. No joke will be funnier than the truth in the right context.
Well, yeah, especially the truth right now.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I
whatever's
mean.
happening right now, like if you can call it out and get everybody on the same page, it's always the biggest roar. It's the biggest laugh.
Yeah, always. Yeah,
But for me,
at
like
that point, a
and
joke is
a
just
part
cute.
of it is fear for me.
Mhm.
But like I'm still where I have to have. I'm not gonna say my material's a crutch, although it might be. It's just where it's like I'm not conversating with the crowd. I'm not just going up and being myself and riffing. I don't riff in my sets. I riff when I like sometimes if I forget a line and I start talking about something different, I'll riff then to get me back into my jokes. But my whole set and my whole style is centered around what I wrote, what I prepared, the jokes I'm ready to tell. Like
Yeah.
I haven't learned the riff skill yet. And I don't know if it's something that I'll pick up later or if it's something that if I don't start practicing it, I'll never pick it up.
I think it happens naturally. I think you'll feel it. You eventually you go from doing jokes, and then when you forget a joke, you riff to make up for it, and then eventually you get to you riff, and then when you lose them for some reason, you save it with the joke, do some bits, and then try to get back into the riff, the moment. But I think that's what separates the headliners from the middles and the MCs is the ability to make every show different because you're in the moment and then they'll come see you again because, yeah. Oh, were you at the Gary show? Yeah, when he made fun of Gary for a half hour. Yeah, I was at that show. That will never happen again. Let's
Dude,
go to
I know.
the.
I
Let's go
want to
see
be
him
that
again.
good at comedy so bad. I want to be that good so bad.
Yeah, well, it takes time, and I see you. I can see you already doing that eventually. I don't think you need to worry about not ever getting there. You just need to. You probably got to do more road with me. Well, with anyone, but I mean, of course, with me, I'd take you out with me.
Dude,
like we did.
anytime. All you got to do is let me know. I'm down.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as this quarantine is over, we're hitting the road
Fuck
again.
yeah. Dude, I'll go as long as I can pay my rent. I'll live in a car. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe I gotta get an RV or something.
Bro, let's go half and half on one of those new Ford Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandpa said I should always drive a Chevy.
Yeah, I'm a Chevy guy myself, but those new Broncos look dope.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna look it up.
Bro,
Do another.
I mean, it looks basically like a Jeep, but it still looks badass. I made a meme about it on my Facebook about how it looks like a Jeep.
Ooh, I like this.
Yeah, dude, is that not badass? Can you imagine showing up to shows in that?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm putting it on the screen
It's
real
on the
quick.
list.
I'm putting it on the screen right now for anyone who's watching. Badass. It's like kind of like a Hummer, but lighter. Probably better on gas.
I don't know. That's like the most expensive one shipping with 35-inch tires.
Does that affect the gas mileage?
Oh yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything.
the thing will probably get like 14 miles to the gallon, maybe.
All I know is that
I
this
don't know.
this
The
is
stuff's
what
way more fuel efficient now, so it might be better.
I know that this
doubt it.
is what OJ used to get away from when he was running away from the cops back in '95.
Yeah, it's OJ certified,
And OJ knows a thing about running.
and he knows a thing about getaway vehicles. Let me tell you, if
Well,
you're
that
trying to
too.
get away from some shit, this is the rig for you.
Yeah, he was killing it in that Bronco, man. Tell you what, I would love one of these, man. This would be. I don't know if I could live in it though. It's very well. Do they have doors? Because this one doesn't have any. This one doesn't have any doors.
Yes, you can get one with doors. Just
Okay.
you got to order the doors special.
That can't be
Not
true.
really. No, it's
That's
not.
how naive I am about cars. I'm like, really? Maybe this is the
I like how
doorless.
there's a Jeep ad on this. Oh my god. Did you see that?
Yeah. Well, they're no. They're
There was a
comparing.
Jeep ad on it.
This is like a
Okay.
comparison video. That would be
That's
the
like a
move.
gangster ass move. Jeep's
Yeah.
like, yeah, we did it first, bitch.
We paid for the ad on the Ford Bronco thing. Yeah.
Dude, that's hilarious.
And I wish that was it, but no, they're just comparing the two.
Gotcha. Well, when I tell the story, the Jeep put an ad on Ford's
Of course,
page.
fabricate.
Yeah.
The funniest stuff is the truth with a little touch of fabrication to exaggerate.
Yeah, to the
the
5
points.
people that are watching, just back me up, okay? That's how it happened.
Yeah.
In case anybody comes after me in the future for lying.
Well, this will be on the page, so people will be able to listen to it after the fact. So we'll still get
Hell
some
yeah.
listens. It's just most people aren't up at 8:30, but I do want to keep doing it early because I think that
Dude, this is the first one. Just once you just do it, set a time, do it every time, don't miss one, and
Mhm.
eventually you'll build a following, bro. Like
Yeah.
my buddy that he has a podcast in Russellville, Arkansas, and he puts it out on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook. He says Facebook is where he gets his most traction on.
okay.
And he did it all organic, started from scratch, like really cool dude. And his shit's like growing because he puts out really good content. Like I think if you keep this up, man, you'll get some listeners. It'll be dope.
Awesome.
I'll definitely share it.
I believe you. Yeah, I see. Like, I just made the page for the show this morning, and it has 50 likes already because Facebook made it pretty easy to invite all your friends at once. So, I made this new Facebook. You know, my old Facebook had 5,000 friends, but I didn't know a lot of them. I just accepted everyone because I was desperate new comic, and now I have a new
I did the
Facebook.
same thing, and now I regret it because I don't know anybody on my Facebook.
I'll tell you what. Make a new Facebook. I'm not saying you have to, but if you do choose to, and you just add, first off, you go through your old posts and just add everyone who reacts to your post. Just add those people because you know that they react. So those are the people that you want to keep. And then you can add your friends, actual family, sure, but you really want to add is the people who are going to react because those are your actual fans.
Yeah.
And other comics, sometimes having a lot of other comics, we've all been there. Like, that was funny, but I'm not gonna like it. I don't like him, or I'm jealous of them. But
Yeah, I've definitely seen that. But I mean, you can tell when somebody's like genuinely likes you and when somebody's just, or at least I feel like you can.
well, I mean,
Like,
comedy
you know
is very
comics you actually
competitive.
click with, and
Comedy is competitive. Even people that I like, if they write a joke and I'm like, damn, I wish I wrote that joke. Like, I'll hesitate sometimes to react to a joke that someone I like, someone I respect, someone I think
Really?
is funny. But I'll hesitate
you don't
for a
laugh at
moment.
your friends' jokes.
No, I'm saying I'll hesitate for a moment. I'll always give them the love, especially if
Yeah.
they're my friend. But my initial reaction a lot of the time is like, damn, that's so good, and then I like it.
Now I get that. Now I definitely get that when my friends write a joke. I'm like, God damn it! I wish I thought of that.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not hateful. It's more competitive nature, and that you begrudgingly give them props for, saying something funnier than anything you've said this week. And
Yeah,
it's
and it's especially when you're both thinking about the same topic at the same time, and they find it
Ooh.
and you don't.
yeah,
That's a
That
a
stings.
sting right there. That's
That
a
stings.
ooh. That's a pride shot. You're like, oh god, that
it was
hurts.
right there.
Yeah, and you're like, what? And then you just feel so stupid for the rest of the day. All you're thinking about is how stupid you are that you didn't put 2 and 2 together. That joke was right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you have probably more of that because you live with comics, so you live with all funny comics that can, on any given day, say the funniest thing of the day.
Yeah, that's true. Any given day in our house, it could be any of the 5.
Yeah.
That's just popping off.
That's nice, man. That's wholesome. Me, it's either me or me, in this house by myself. But I'm getting a kitten, and I feel like sometimes he's gonna be funnier than me.
Bro, that cat, I guarantee you that cat gets more followers.
Oh,
If you post the same amount of posts, that cat gets more followers, guarantee it.
oh yeah. No, I'm gonna just delete my Instagram and just dedicate myself to this calico kitten.
Yeah.
Uh,
Are you gonna take the cat on the road with you?
No.
I was
But
about
I
to
don't
say,
know when
dude,
I'm
if
gonna.
you got a litter box in that damn car, that would suck. I don't know about living
yeah.
in a car with a
We
fucking
were just talking
cat
about
in it.
smells. You know, what if I meet a girl and then she gets in the car and it's like, smells like cat. I'm out of here. It's like, that was the one. Yeah, no, definitely not bringing the cat on the road. Gonna have to find someone who is a reliable
Can you imagine
cat
having
lover.
to explain to your date why she's got to open the door, jump in, and then shut the door real quickly so she don't let the cat out?
Yeah, that's not gonna. I don't have enough other qualities to make that acceptable. Like if it was Brad
Right.
Pitt, maybe they'd think it was cute.
So, my uncle is a trapper for the state of Arkansas. He works for the Game and Fish, or I don't know if he works for him anymore, but he's run a trap line his whole life. Like that's how he made his living, and like trapping for furs and selling the furs. Well, one day he had a fox that he caught in a live trap in his pickup truck, but when he was driving, the fox got out of the live trap, and he was stuck going down the interstate with like a mean, pissed off fox in the
Ooh.
truck.
Wow. Yeah, it would be
I
hard for
really
him
wish
to
I had
pick
a
up a
funny
date.
point about it, but just
Well, it would be hard for him
Okay.
to. That's not a time to pick a girl up. That's for sure. It's like I don't even know what foxes are like. I know they make.
tell you
they
one
make
thing, they're
funny
meaner than a
sounds.
fucking cat.
Yeah, yeah. I'll take a cat mad at me any day over a fox.
Yeah, for sure. Like house cat versus fox, house cat all day.
But like I saw a video with the fox and it was making this sound and I was like, that's what foxes sound like? Because remember that song? What does the fox say?
Ding 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 ding. Yeah, I know
That
song.
is what they say. They say something like that and they're like,
Oh yeah, they're. And you know what? They stink to high heavens. Talking about smells, you think old people smell bad? Fox smells like shit. Well, I mean, they piss on themselves. That's how they like.
oh dude, you know who was probably the worst smelling person on earth in the history of time? Was that grandma in Fox and the Hound that took the fox home.
Bro, I bet she smelled like straight shit.
She smelled like shit, and she had to give Todd back to the forest, and it was so sad, and I was sad for her. But you know she was smelling like garbage. You think that her husband died? No, he left.
He's like, nah, bitch, you stink.
You stink. She was actually crying. She wasn't even emotional. She was just getting a whiff of her own scent, and it made tears stream from her face when you find
shit.
something that you cannot replace. Cold.
Dude, Dre just joined. What's up, Dre?
Dre,
Dude, I miss you so much.
Dre's
Congratulations on the that award you got, man. That's fucking dope.
I thought I saw that funniest in Arkansas, right?
Hell yeah. Fucking well deserved too.
Dre, if you want to call in, you can call me on Facebook. It'll go right to the show if you are interested. Yeah, I miss Dre too, man. One of the not just best comics that you've worked with, just such a great guy to hang out
Dude. Dre's like my mentor. Dre is my Yoda.
with. Still
like, straight up.
Is your Yoda?
Bro, he is like, I would meet him in Russellville and he would ride in my truck and go to open mics with me, and the whole time he would just like give me knowledge on comedy when I was first coming up.
Yeah.
Like, Dre's good peeps. Love that dude.
Yeah, man. That would be a great guy to be on the road with, and just
Oh fuck yeah.
I have a big mouth, but I would just like I talk a lot, and I would love to just shut the fuck up and listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Man,
what we
I
ought to do is
miss the
go on the
road, man.
road with Dre. Have
Oh,
Dre headline,
have
you
Dre
feature,
headline.
I'll
Hell
MC.
Yeah. That would be perfect. Be a
That
great
would be
mix
perfect.
too. A lot of
That'd be a good
styles.
show.
Because the thing with my comedy on the road, it's like I'm never really gonna be the most popular. I'm more like some people really get me, and a lot of people don't get me. But the people that really get me, really get me. Now with Dre,
Don't sell yourself short, dude.
well, but I'm saying that I'm not even saying selling it short. I like that. I like that. Like, there's bands that have huge followings that are not. Now, I'm not saying that it's all comics that have huge followings aren't that great, but I'd rather be like, a little under the radar because it's just for a certain person. Because I mean, when I post jokes on Reddit, there's a lot of people that don't get it, but the people that do get it are the people that they message me and they're like, "Thank you so much for writing that joke. It helped me explain to my coworkers, blah 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 blah." And so I like that intimate. Almost like having inside jokes with my fans would be what I would love more than anything. Have the intimate relationship with them,
Dude, I get it. Some of my, like, how like you get likes on social media and you're so used to it, like it kind of doesn't mean anything anymore. Well,
Oh yeah.
there's nothing like a feeling when you have a fan that you meet at a show and they like follow you and like and comment and they like engage with you on your social media. Dude, that makes my day.
Oh yeah.
That legitimately makes my day every time it happens.
It's the best. Yeah, like you said, like an intimate connection with people. What's up, Dre? Trying to see if I get Dre on here. I just accepted a call from him, but I can't hear him yet. Dre, are you there? Is this? Maybe we can't do both at the same time. It sucks.
Okay, well, would you like for I can hop off and wait if you want to talk to Dre for a little bit.
Well, let's see if that works. And then you can try to hop back on. Because I'd love to have both of you on here. To be honest, I don't want you to hop off, but I think it might be the Facebook. I'm gonna see if I can do. Do you know if we can do more than one Google call at the same time?
I know you can in Zoom.
Yeah, maybe
and you could stream that through OBS, and you could stream it to Facebook through OBS.
Yeah,
but you'd have to set all that up. I don't know that you'd be able to do it right now.
I feel like I'm flying too close to the sun on my first episode right now, and I'm trying to do a double call. And oh man, sorry, Dre, it's not coming through. Damn. Settings. Ooh, maybe we got here. Audio output. Nope. No. Damn it. Okay. Well. Devastated. Technology failed me. But I'm gonna have Dre on probably the next one of the next episodes. Have him on, and hopefully by then I'll be able to get you both on because it's 10 now, so it's the end of the show. But
hell yeah. Well, when you have Dre on, let me know. I would definitely want to listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna message him right now and get a date, and we'll have him on, and have you listen. And by then I should probably be able to have you just call in and say hi, because that would have been nice.
Hell yeah.
We have a little tell a few stories of being on the road together. And right on, Bair. So thanks so much for being my first guest, and let's do it again soon. I'll message you a new date. And
hell yeah, anytime, man.
Awesome.
Anytime. I had a blast.
Me too, Bair. Thank you, everyone, for listening. You are small, but you are sweet, and that's my type. Anyways, over and out. Show's over, guys. Keep it. I don't have a catchphrase yet. Bye.
Later, y'all.
give me maybe a free month,
Yeah.
and then I'll be like promote them or podcasts. Like I'm just gonna keep it basically all about free speech, and promoting free speech because, yeah, I'm not gonna make any money doing this. So, you know, I mean the only time I'll make money is if I have like an actual like listenership, and at that point, I would lose them if I changed, and I would have to change. I would change if I started promoting. What are the sponsors that like Fox News would what are they? Oh, like pharmaceuticals. That's the most disgusting. That's the most disgusting sponsors in my opinion. Like, all right, take a break here now for what, like some pill that'll make your heart better instead of diet and exercise. Why don't you eat this pill?
And then the commercials always have like these crazy fucking side effects that are just as bad as what you would have been experiencing anyway.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I don't understand where the... It's like, they have to say it, but clearly it doesn't matter to people that are still buying the medicine. Well, like Viagra, you know, I guess you don't care if your heart stops, because, I mean, I'd rather my heart stop than my penis stop working, to be honest with you.
I think I would have to learn to live as a eunuch or whatever the fuck.
If you're in bed with a girl and like you couldn't get it up, would you rather just like have a heart attack and be able to perform? I would.
No.
I mean, as long as I survive the heart attack, I'll take one for the team. We're like, wow, my chest hurts really bad, but damn, I'm hard.
No, I feel like, but that's just because like I feel like I'm not like. I don't think
I'm not.
Like
I don't
that.
actually. I'm not 100. I'm kind of kidding right now. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't,
No. Me too. I just.
I wouldn't risk death
like,
for one night in the sack.
Like it's like one of those things that's like, yeah, I mean I've thought about it, but I just don't want to. I don't want to do it. Like it's not worth it.
Of course not.
Seems like, especially because it's just like, what if that's it? I just died over boner pills. Did you know they come in gummy form now?
They do?
Yeah, they're chewables. I saw them advertise.
My dick comes in gummy